Hey everyone, it's me, JB, and I haven't done a video in a while, and I wanted to start this year off better, let's just say. To be honest, 2016 has been the worst year of my life so far, and I don't say that lightly, and because I've really been taking stock over the last year and just looking back and everything. And I mean, I've had some years that had some bad moments, but this year has really been trying. And I feel like this year I've had the most pain, lost, and instability that I've ever had. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned what I can handle, and I learned that without God, this year would have probably ended me emotionally. I noticed in 2015, God was changing me, and I was becoming more of a, I guess, outwardly emotional person. I've always been a stuffer. So anything happens, and I just stuff everything down, and I think if I stuff it down far enough, it'll just go away and it'll be gone. And for the most part, I'm still that person, but I'm starting to notice that I'm starting to open up to my emotions a little bit more. And I had shared with a friend that year, and she told me, she says, well, maybe God's preparing you for something. And now I honestly think that it was for this year. There are a few things that have happened that have been preparing me for this year. Some things that I made changes with because I felt God was telling me. And since He's been dealing with me opening up more, which I'm not always very good at, some of my friends would say, but He's been really getting me to open up more and to tell my story. And I actually told my story, like, I guess a big part of my story for the first time this year. And so now I'm sitting here and I'm sharing things that I never in a million years would have sit here and share, because I would not normally sit and tell people, oh, this has been the worst year of my life, and it really sucked, and it's been very depressing, and blah, 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 blah. And, but it has, and it is, and God has seen me through it. But it's made me realize that we all have a story, and that we all have something that we can say that could help someone else to get through what they're going through. And if we don't open our mouth, then we can't help. So even though this was the hardest year of my life, I know that God has been here right beside me. He's been lining things up that were needed, so that wasn't too much for me to bear. Because He says that He won't put more on us than what we can bear. And He also tells us to take up His yoke, because His yoke is easy. And I've been holding on to these things, all the promises that He's made us. And the end of this year, it ended with the death of my biological father. And this affected me differently than I expected. It had me thinking about so many things. And one of those things have been my relationships with people, and wanting to make sure that I do making sure that I do everything in my power to live at peace, because we don't know when that last day will come. And I want to know that every day that I've done everything I can, because I'm only responsible for what I can do. But with this, I feel that I want to do more. I want for my life and my experience to be used by God. I want for my life to reflect what God wants for us, and that means living His word. So I've decided that I'm going to take a verse each week. I'm going to try to be really good at this, okay? I'm going to try to stick through with it. Not like my becoming a morning person, because I really didn't stick to that, but don't tell anybody. But I'm going to try to take a verse each week and really think on it and really try to live it out. Because I feel like a lot of times we read our Bible and we know what it says. But when we really think about it, are we really living it out? Am I really committed to the God who has saved me and has given me everything and has seen me through so much? Well, if I am that committed, then I'm going to live it out. So this is me. try my best. So each week I will share my verse, and each week I will add one more new thing that I'm going to live out. So I've already kind of started with this verse, and so we're gonna keep on, because I've already started. So I got like feel like I got a head start, but I don't have a head start because I haven't really planned too much after this. So we'll see.
Okay,
But
so I am visiting my mom, and so my devices are going crazy because I don't have my desktop. So I'm going to start this over again. Romans 12:18. If it's possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. So I'm practicing this one as the year begins, and I have to say, it feels good knowing that I've tried. And this is a hard one because to truly live at peace, you have to put yourself to the side. You have to extend yourself even at the cost of your feelings, because it doesn't say to live at peace only if it's easy, because it won't be easy. But what I love about this is that it's as far as it depends on you, which lets you know that not everyone will respond to you like you want them to, but you need to do what you need to do. And I want this verse to be lived out in my life, and it will be. Because one thing that I realized with my father's death is that if this year, if I could make peace with the man that has caused me the most pain in my whole life, then I can live at peace with anyone. And because really life is just too short to not have peace, it makes me so thankful that God has made me um, be able to forgive, because I know that it's possible for me to live out this verse. So, how about you? Is there anyone that you need to start this journey of living at peace with? Do you need to take a step out to reach out? And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard because your feelings could get hurt. But on the other end, you could also mend a bridge with someone who's been in your life, and you might get them back. And I can tell you right now, there's no better feeling than knowing that as far as it depends on you, that you are living at peace. So join me as I spend this year going through the verse, and I stack these verses on top of each other. And some of them are going to be easy, and some of them not so much. So I decided to start the year off with one that I felt like I am actually doing well. So I'm like, okay, so I'm doing this one well right now. So I have this one thing. But I tell you one thing, as we go through these verses and we stack them on top of each other and we try to live them out, um, they're going to push you. But one thing it's going to do more than anything else is that it's going to bring you closer to God. And for me, that is my desire. So let's start this week with peace. And until next week, stay gorgeous.